Hi, my name is Cheong. This video, I'm going to present my semester 5 final project, which is about Secret Recipe Training Center. So, what is Secret Recipe Training Center? Secret Recipe Training Center is a place to train secret recipe staff. They also provided courses like cake making for secret recipe staff and outsider, for franchisee to visit in order to further understand their future business in collaborations with Secret Recipe. It also open on weekdays for visitors to visit. When we talk about a training center or any institutional project, the first thing come to our mind would always be a long corridor of linking box-like lecture rooms, enclosed classroom with bed ventilations and separations of learning facilities and social space. So I did a study on a university building project called The Height, or a learning hub located at Singapore by Hederick Studio. And to avoid creating miles of corridors linking box-like lecture rooms, the building was designed as a cluster of tapered towers surrounding an expansive atrium. The idea behind this project was to combine learning facilities with social spaces, including balconies, gardens, and open-air corridors, to encourage as many opportunities for staff and student interactions as possible. With this idea, I then developed a conceptual idea for this project, which you can see from the diagram. It's shown that the user can have interactions from different levels and spaces, vertically and horizontally. They can also move around without disturbing other users in other space. The target users for this project is secret recipe staff, secret recipe trainee, and outside guests like secret recipe franchisee, visitor, or material distributors. So, what is the program and activities for these users? For the secret recipe staff, they work full-time from Monday and Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, shift basis for Saturday. There's also baking class available for admin staff. For the trainee, of course, they will have training here on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. And there's also incentive camp provided for them to build up their soft skill. For outside guests, other than normal visit, there's also classes that are provided for them on Tuesday or Thursday, and online enroll for Saturday class. For the user flow, you can imagine it like an adventure game. At the entrance of the lobby is like a beginning of the adventure. Before every game started, you will need to at least to understand the game and the game rules first, which refers to the story of the secret recipe and safety rules of the training center. Next, you can start the adventure either to the test kitchens or demo theater. As I mentioned earlier about the relations of the spaces, from the diagram you can see that user can have interactions in different levels and spaces. There are two options for the user flow, which the option one is after you enter the building, you will see the cafe first and then passes the resource area, then to the test kitchens 2 or the demo theater. Option 2 is after you see the cafe, you will go straight to the gallery, and then from the gallery, you either going up to the studio, then the R&D office, or to the briefing rooms, then you will pass the meeting rooms, and then the R&D office, and then you can go down to the ground floor and you will see the demo theater, or you can just exit to the side entrance. The project we only design equivalent or less than 700 square meter, which you can see from the red part highlighted in the diagram. The ground floor is more to an open and a public space because most of the major component of the training facilities is located at the ground floor. For the upper floor, it's more to a private or semi-private, which has spaces like briefing room, meeting room, and R&D office. Design and solutions. For the style and design element, I choose to match with the current secret recipe cafe design trend, where the overall material scheme is nature, cozy, and calm feeling. Entry statement. There's 2 entries for the training center, which you can see from the image below. The left one is the main entrance and the right one is the side entrance. Floor of the option 1. The first area, right after you enter the building, you will see a reception, and next to it is an administration's office. The wall of the administration's office is mix of corridor seat and working table. Opposite the receptions is the cafe, also the lobby of the training center. This is a place for people to meet, to interact, and to exchange ideas. Resource area. A place for people to do theory study or readings, or place for people to have discussion. At the test kitchen 2 is next to the resource area. It's a space for cake baking and light cooking, and for 9 packs of training per sessions of training. Equipment like apron is stored in the built-in cabinet. On the right side of the cooking area is the full glass and adjustable glass wall to create interactions between spaces. Demo theater. Beside the test kitchens 2 is an open demo theater, a space to hold events like cooking show and so on. Sometimes, if it does not have any events, people can just rest and hang around here. The ingredient house in the demo theater is a full glass wall with wood structures supporting it, so it is not fully blocking people's view from the other side. Floor options 2 is a floor to the upper floor. As I mentioned before, about the interactions of people in the space, so the upper floor spaces is kind of surrounding the central point of the training center to create, or is a slightly different level of briefing meeting rooms with R&D office in order to create an experience of collaborations, an experience of collective and of togetherness. Before you reach to the upper floor, you will pass the gallery first. From the gallery, as a place to tell story, it used a darker red color. Not only the red represents secret recipe, but to create a mystery feeling on the journey of knowing more about secret recipe. It continuously and slowly guiding the user to the other spaces at the upper floor. Briefing room is a semi-open space. When there is a briefing, people can just pull the curtain, open up when there's an event or a party. The surround. The wall pattern of the surround is formed according to the floor shape. The design is simple, mostly using light to highlight the space as to create a feeling of sacred. Meeting room. It's covered with glass wall. People in the room can see what is happening outside when there is an event on the demo theater. Pull the curtain when someone is presenting using the TV. R&D office. As we know that the R&D office is faced towards the afternoon sun, so the window size is designed as the sun shading purposes, and the ceiling is to help to reflect the natural light in, and also for better angle of the working light. And the last one, staircase 2. It functions as a fire staircase for upper floor or a second exit from the upper floor to the ground floor. Thank you for your time and see you later.